Hi, I'm again in this is in Malaysia. The city is known as Putrajaya. Putrajaya is the I guess the how do you say this? It's mostly all the government institutions, offices, everything is located in Putrajaya. Cyberjaya is an IT area. Yesterday I uploaded a video about it. It's an IT center, but here it's all the government office. It's kind of a you need to find all the consulates and whatnot. This is known as the Malaysian Convention Center. Is that Malaysian Convention Center? Okay, Malaysian Convention Center. And it says, is it PICO or PICO or PICO name of it?
PICC.
Huh?
PICC.
PICC. Okay. My colleague, my friend says the building is PICC. And see, sometimes my first few days I was confused the way the English words are spelled. It says, I thought, why are they modifying the English language spelling? Because Convention Center, if you say Konvensyen, supposed to be convention. The reason it's not English, because the language, Malay is the official language, right? Official language Malay, they don't have an alphabet, so they use English letters, characters. It's probably a verbal language, not. So they modified and created their own alphabet, Malay alphabet, based on using the English alphabet, 26 letters. So the term or the word is called Konvensyen. That's supposed to be convention in Malay. So my first few days I was confused when I was looking at the signs and the signage on the streets and whatnot, because it looks like English. It's English letters, English characters, but it's in Malay. Everything, I have nothing but a positive feeling about this country. I've been to several countries, but I never felt this great because I feel like, after living in the West almost like 39 years, did not feel, I'm so grateful for my adopted country, and I'm ever so grateful to my adopted country, meaning Canada. I will do anything from the country that I live in because it gave me a life. After retirement, even before retirement, I started traveling when I resolved all my obligations and whatnot, family obligations and whatnot. So it's about life. Again, I'm saying all my life it was a hard life, and just tried to survive, and success never came to me. My natural penchant was writing. When I came to Canada also, at that time did English literature, but I didn't go to the university. But I was like talking the class and outdoing the Canadian students. English came naturally to me, though I may have a trace of foreign accent. That said, for me, Canada, it's a land that I may not be a native of Canada, but I would like to say it's no different than I have no country to call motherland. I left. Canada is my, although it's not, it doesn't make sense because I was not born there, although I lived there 39 years. But to me, it's it's more than the native place, or more than my motherland. I don't consider any country my motherland other than Canada as a country that gave me a good life. It was hard. Like I said in the other video yesterday, everything you do in every endeavor in life, there's a latent element of luck. Nobody knows what it is. Some people it comes easy, things come to them easily. Some people, no matter how hard you strive, hard work. Who was that? Albert Einstein said, success is 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration. That may be true, but when you work hard, But some people work little and they succeed. But that's you have to. Rationally, you cannot explain anything. So that's the abstract element known as that brings fortune to you, as we call it luck. We cannot define it. So for some people, it's in the line of destiny or fate. They succeed in their young age. My young age was struggle, work hard, perspiration. The inspiration, I don't know what it is, never came to me. The only inspiration I had is because of my English interest in the language. I would consider myself far superior in terms of having the command of the English language. So eventually I wanted to my heartfelt feelings and I guess the experiences, the setbacks, the life has exposed me to. I wrote a story. It's not. Our experience is who we are. But my story it's a story of two families. That's nothing to do with. It's not a personal story. It's inevitable. Some personal elements may be involved. But regardless, it became. I never thought I would be able to write a book, because without content, what are you going to write? Eventually, I thought I'm going to write about the interesting people I met and their stories. Partially maybe true, partially it's fiction. The book is called Long Awaited Dawn, and people who read the book, especially an American lady, she contacted me. She said she's a nurse. She said, I've been an avid reader all my life, but no book made me cry. So everybody says I have a way of articulating my thoughts in the story, and it's very emotionally gripping. My Australian friend, another author, said the same thing. And at one point, an Australian director was looking for a story based in a foreign country, and he read this book and approached my Australian friend, and the book, he tried to approach a producer, and the producer finally last moment declined because I don't know what went wrong. So I was frustrated. I thought, to hell with it, I'm just being deluded. My friend in US said, don't undermine yourself. You came that close to success, but it fell through. That I call, if I came that close to success, it didn't come to pass. Now that is a misfortune. I've been through setbacks and failures, and I take it with I'm hardened, I guess, but part of me is big time disappointed and hurting inside, that which I don't like to show. But sometimes now I feel like I don't give two hoots, I just speak my mind out. So again, this is Putrajaya, that is the convention center, and again this is my friend picked me up. We came on our walk. For 3.5 months I had some digestive problem. The doctors, I don't know how much to trust the doctor. I've been through all the tests, endoscopy, colonoscopy, and bioscopy. The only thing they discovered with the acidity level was slightly high. They gave me to neutralize some pills. I took it, it didn't work. But what it is nauseous. For 3.5 months I couldn't eat a proper meal because middle of the night I wake up feeling nauseous, unable to sleep, and throwing up. People might be thinking 2 o'clock in the morning, this fellow is throwing up. He's probably an alcoholic. No, I'm a total teetotaler. I've been a teetotaler all my life. The only person in public life or limelight that comes to my mind is Donald Trump. I admire so many things about him. He's a teetotaler, and I'm a teetotaler. So there is something that I can identify. At least one thing I can identify. And also, just like Donald Trump, I speak my mind out, but I don't say I won't. I'm a little careful though, but I say what I mean what I say. I don't disguise my feelings. So that's that. So we are here. We are going to. My friend has been gracious, and he picks me up in the morning. I inspired him to. Now I didn't work out in 4 months because of this nausea that I've been going through. That said, finally, I started researching. The doctors said they even did a CT scan of the brain, thinking that I was something wrong with the brain. They interviewed me, they spoke to me, and they said, do you have any worries? Do you have any financial stress? Do you have a problem? Something that's tormenting you emotionally? I said, all that, I've been through all that, it's gone. Now I'm in the stage of life where I like to relax. I live my life alone. I've taken care of all my moral obligations, my family obligations and all that. So there's a sense of peace. But then this illness caused me, I couldn't, entire summer was miserable. That said, what I did, I started studying the Indian herbal medicine. And one thing I did, I guess it cured me. Doctors, experts said, no, we don't know what the hell it is. Nothing wrong with you. Nothing wrong with your brain. Nothing wrong with your digestive system. Nothing wrong with anything. So I was glad that nothing wrong with my head. Meaning you have no hair. I want to make sure I have a brain in the head. So that so anyway, what am I living for now? Whatever I have, I want to travel at least once a year. So I'm in Malaysia. Well, the point is, when I landed in Malaysia, we are all been through teenage years. When teenage boys, when they see a pretty girl, instant love, infatuation. Girls, it's the same thing. When they see some guy, there can be an infatuation. Malaysia, it's like that. Love at first sight for me. I don't know it's an infatuation or what, but I love this country. I feel like this country's embraced me with both, welcomed me with both arms, and people I met. I think it just happens to be, the good luck comes in various forms. I met 3 people who are very, very extremely, although I was a little leery, turned out to be reliable people. But human nature is such, you don't know the true nature until only circumstances can reveal. That can be true of your own siblings, even your parents to some extent. But I tend to think it's a very subjective experience. But for the most part, when it comes to money, man is no more man. Money, you grow up in one family, you live in one house with your siblings, you share the same 2 people as your parents, you eat the same food cooked in that household, and it's all, you think it's wonderful. But you come to a point in life, you grow up, like the birds going in different direction, siblings go in different direction, and they have their own families and children. You go back, you're not the sibling. They see how well you're doing in life. If you're doing well, it's their pride they can show off. But if you tend to overtake them in terms of material success, you see envy coming from them. There is no love true of any family. But some families, I guess, it's also predestined, like soulmate relationship, even sibling relationship, parent. It's not superstition, it's not neurosis. Yeah, I guess rationally you cannot explain. That said, even friends you meet, there are no coincidences in life. There are no accidents. There are no accidents. Everything is predetermined. No coincidences. We like to think there are coincidences. Enough talking. A little bit of I managed to throw in my thought, the way I think in terms of metaphysics there. So people who don't follow what I say, please forgive me. It's my mere thought. Let's go see where it is. We'll go this way. It is a beautiful place. I mean, I cannot think of anybody I mean, there are always pros and cons. I cannot think of anybody who would not fall in love with this country. Singapore was at one point part of Malaysia. It's an island, but Singapore is probably to be considered probably one of the top countries. It's an island, small island nation. Probably in every sense of the word, it's so clean, it can stand. You don't have drug addicts sleeping on the road, homeless hobos on the street. No. Singapore I will be going, but I know 39 years ago I was in Singapore. I was amazed. But now people bias my mind saying Malaysia, don't go. That the people who have immigrated from Malaysia to Canada. And their negative stories created a bias. When I come here, I have a totally different perception of this country. I feel like, I mean, people would get annoyed with this statement I'm going to make. Malaysia is even far superior to the Western countries, be it America, Canada, European countries, whatever countries, the Western world, the infrastructure. Look at the landscape everywhere, right? And what more can you ask? And the people are, yes, there are negatives, but you got to protect yourself, not drop your guards. As long as you're careful, and if you're fortunate enough to run into good friends like I got acquainted, these people have been amazing. I didn't even take taxi ever since I came. These people come and pick me up, and they take me to their families and interviews. I don't know, whatever they saw in me. I mean, it's very, and there's someone running a motor, so it's going to be disturbing. You may not. I'm going to silently walk and just get through the landscape. Let's go. What's this place here? This is called? You mentioned the name.
This one Putrajaya,
Putrajaya Park.
Putrajaya Park.
Okay, let's call Putrajaya is the city. The government, all the government institutions, consulates, and embassies, whatever. I don't know embassies because embassies, mostly consulates are here. The beauty of this is the greenery, the trees, all manicured. It looks so beautiful. It's not neglected. In Canada, we have a lot of greenery and parks and whatnot. But then this surpasses it because, I mean, the weather, because it's a tropical country. In Canada, winter is like a whole different feeling. Summer is sometimes scorching. But the time I came, they say it's good time because it's nice lukewarm weather. They say in April, it can be very humid. It can go up to 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 86 up to, Celsius, up to 35, 36, 32, about 30. That I cannot handle. But who cares? And you stay indoors and do the necessary, not go roaming about. So this is, look at it. Putrajaya, and there is a stadium there, and then boat. My friend says, I said, what is it? Why do you have a stadium in front of a lake? He said, no, there are boat races and so on, so people sit in the stadium. It's more like Sky Dome in Canada. And look at that bridge, look at the lake. If you go around, as you walk, it's so beautiful, so beautiful. So clean. I felt like a child without a parent, like an orphan. So wherever I go, every country I go, I don't feel like I'm part of there. I feel like a visitor, a tourist. But I step into this country, I feel like a lost orphan seeing the parents. And it's I'm so full of metaphors, and so I guess. Nobody would get annoyed with saying that. I'm ever so grateful to a country like Canada that I guess gave me the life I had. But here it's like falling in love with a nice, beautiful woman or whatever. I mean, it's a stupid metaphor, but then everything is skin deep, they say. I don't know the negatives, so to speak. I didn't see. I'm sure there are negatives. Positives do not exist without negatives. I'm going to walk. tell me when the video exits the time. How many minutes now? 20? Okay, well, we'll go another 5 minutes or so. Because if the video is too long, it will be boring. Maybe let's go up to the bridge. Right? Start from here, okay? So, I'm going to walk here. Oh no, it's locked. You cannot break. It says something, no access for unauthorized person. No, it's open. But I have no access though. I don't want to get charged. The laws are very strict here. The thing about freedom is, in countries like all this madness with woke and freedom and all that BS, freedom is an essential element to live happily. But freedom without control will destroy you. And control without freedom will make your life miserable. So either way there has to be balance. And so invest in US and Canada, all this madness, woke and all this. It's freedom without control. Where do you draw the line? Homeless hobos, drugs. You know, in a country like that, if outsiders, foreign, they come adopt, they adopt this country, I'm talking about Canada, as their own country, work hard, succeed. Why are these people for 3 generations who have lived there? I don't want to make racial remarks, but why? You know, they are the pioneers. They built this country coming from Ireland and all these European countries. They built the country. They are forefathers. And why are they, you know, there's so many things you can do. Why are they taking drugs and ruining their life? They don't want to study, they don't want to go to school, they don't want to work. But the immigrants come and work for low wages. These people are doped. So life becomes dope for them. That's that. Can we go closer to that? You can put it on pause and later. Can I go into this area? You need no? Now look at the beauty of this. Look at that structure, and the water is not even. It's clean. It doesn't have a stench. They clean it. In some areas, I went to Sri Lanka in the lagoon. Oh, some days you cannot go. You know, in a motel, all the muck is flowing. They dump everything. I should not say, people might get offended, but the stench is unbearable. But here they clean this water. There is no stench. And look at that structure, right? What is this? What's this known as? What is this? It's a mosque or whatever, bridge. But the beauty of it here is the bridge. People are walking on there. You see on top. You see the workers. That's obviously a bridge. But the aesthetic beauty of the bridge, it's not like just a plain concrete structure with steel. The aesthetic definition. The beauty is unbelievable, and the buildings there. They say Putrajaya is one of the most beautiful areas, right? Okay, and look at the green. I'm really in love with this country, right? I just beautiful. No, nothing else I can say. There would be. I'm sure. I'm not exposed to it as yet. I'm sure there would be some negatives. No positive exists without negatives. You cannot all gloat about only the positive. But I'm yet to see the pros and cons. The cons I'm yet to see. Negative. All the same. It's like nothing. The world is so full of dualities. Without night there is no day. Without dark there is no light. There is no love without hate. There is no negative without positive. It goes on. It's all, the world is replete with polar opposites. There's no it's like that. Let me take my metaphysical spiritual mind and thought out of this, and we'll wind up this, and we can stop. How many minutes been there? Oh, okay. I guess people would get bored if it's a long video, but regardless, thanks for your patience. If you had been throughout, if you had been listening to what I had to say in this video, throughout the entire video, I'm very grateful, because in the end, what you want is, more than anything, you want people to understand where you're coming from. And if people appreciate, life is about appreciation. Everything we do is to be appreciated, be it a child or a parent or a grandparent or a government. It's all people. When people don't appreciate the government, that's another thing. I like to see where there is ethical, honest government, where that would work for people. That's a problem. But that's it. The boat is interesting. The boat ride, right? You can take a shot of that too. Right, and that's the way it goes. And I have nothing else to say. Appreciation is life. When people appreciate and send comments, some people will send flippant comments, but for the most part, whoever who had commented, I'm not a regular YouTuber. I just if something impacts my mind, I would upload a video. I just don't upload videos every day, trying to make a sense. I don't chase after things. If things come my way, I'm happy. That's it. That's how it goes with me. I don't. Sometimes for 1 year I don't upload any videos. Suddenly, when I go through some experience, excited, if I want to share with everybody, I might upload every other day or every 2 days, right? There are people who upload 10 videos a day. I don't know how they do it, but even without subject matter, they might do it. But for me, the subject matter has to be appealing, and it has to have a positive impact. Even if it has a negative impact, I might say something out of, aggravation and anger. Got to be careful, but I try to get it out of my chest. Thank you for patiently listening to what I have to say. I wish everybody the best in life. God bless everybody. I don't know anything else. For one thing, I believe God is nowhere but in you. Like, someone invited me to the church. I remember getting this idea. I said, the pastor said, "Oh, you speak very well. Why don't you join our church? You can come. You can give a speech." I said, "I don't go to church." I said, "Why?" I said, "I try to carry the church around me in my heart." And he laughed. He said, "You have a way with words." So that's me. Thank you, everybody. Everything you search outside, it's not in the outside. Sometimes it's all in your consciousness. If you're looking for God, don't look for God outside. It's in you. You have to search. God is nothing but a state of consciousness, in my view, in my perception. Anybody who's getting offended, please forgive me. That's it for now.